6.5a. For this lesson, we're going to divide polynomials using both long division and synthetic division. Okay, so let's just go through the process of dividing again. Okay, so here we got 728 divided by 3. When we do this, we're thinking 3 goes into 7 how many times? 3 goes into 7 2 times. Okay, not exactly, but then from there, 2 times 3 we get 6. Then we subtract, we get 1. Then bring down the next term. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 4 times 3 we get 12. Subtract again, bringing down that 8. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, and that's as close as we get. And again, subtracting, then we get 2. So then we have a remainder of 2 since there's no more numbers to bring down. Okay, we're going to use this same idea with polynomials. Now another way to write remainder 2 would be 242 and 2/3. And that's the idea that we're going to use with our polynomials. Okay, it's always the remainder over that. Okay. All right, so let's actually get into polynomials then. So we're going to have 4x squared plus 10x minus 5 divided by 2x minus 1. Inside is where the 4x squared plus 10x minus 5 goes, dividing by that 2x minus 1. Okay, so when we're doing this, you're just basically looking at that first term. 2x times what would get me 4x squared? Okay, 2 times 2 gets me that 4, so we're thinking 2x, because then x times x will give me that 4x squared. Okay, and then from there we always multiply. So you're going to multiply 2x times 2x minus 1. Okay, so then from there, 2x times 2x, that'll give me 4x squared. Then 2x times that negative 1 will give me minus 2x. Okay, then adding these terms, subtracting the terms. When we subtract, that 4x squared goes away, so 0x squared. 10 minus negative 2, so then we're going to get plus 12x. Okay, and then we're not worrying about that. Bringing down that minus 5. Now we think 2x times what will give me 12x? That would be plus 6. So 6 times that 2x minus 1 will give us 12x minus 6. And again, we're subtracting, so 12x minus 12x will give me that 0x. And then negative 5 minus negative 6, so 5 plus 6 will give me plus 1. Now, at this point, you can do 2x times anything to get 1, so that is our remainder. And the way we write our remainders now are adding, and then it's the remainder over our divisor. Okay, so using that same concept, just obviously a little bit harder with polynomials. Okay, so the second one here. We got 2x squared plus 3x minus 20 divided by x plus 4. So we're thinking x times what would give me 2x squared? In this case, it is 2x. 2x times x plus 4. We get 2x squared. That first term should always be the same. Times 4 will give me plus 8x. And again, subtracting now, so 3x minus the 8x, we get negative 5x. Bringing down that minus 20. So x times what would give me negative 5x would be minus 5. So then again, 5 times our divisor, we get negative 5x minus 20. And we are subtracting, okay, negative 5x minus negative 5x, that's going to be 0x. And then negative 20 minus negative 20, so negative 20 plus 20, we get 0. So there is no remainder in this case, so then that is our answer. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, now we got 4 terms, so probably going to be a little bit harder. We got the x cubed minus x squared minus 2x plus 8 divided by x minus 1. So x times what would give me x cubed? That will be x squared. X squared times our divisor now. We get x cubed minus x squared. And subtracting, x cubed minus x cubed, that's 0x cubed. We got negative x squared minus negative x squared, we get 0x squared. Okay, so then bringing down that minus 2x, we don't have to worry about those at all. Now we're thinking x goes into negative x times what is negative 2x, which would be minus 2. And again, taking that times our x minus 1, we're going to get negative 2x plus 2. We got to bring down that plus 8. So then when we subtract this, negative 2x minus negative 2x, that'll give us 0x, which is what we needed. And then 8 minus 2 plus 6. There's no more values to bring down or terms to bring down. So that is our remainder, which again, we write as plus the remainder over our divisor. Okay, so there is our answer. All right. So that is long division of polynomials. Now, synthetic division, since synthetic substitution gives us the coefficients of the quotient, it is sometimes called synthetic division. It can be used to divide a polynomial expression of the form x minus k. Okay, so that's the only cases we can use it. It has to be x minus a value. So, for example, we would have been able to do that here, since it's x minus 1. And we would have been able to use it here. But we would not have been able to use it here due to the fact that that one was 2x. Okay, it has to be x minus a value. And again, like when it was x plus 4, that's saying x minus negative 4. Okay, so when we divide in synthetic division, okay, you're going to set up just like synthetic substitution. You're going to have your box. Okay, and again, we got x cubed, so x cubed, x squared, x, and our number. We're going to have 4 coefficients in there, and we're going to start with the x cubed. So that coefficient was 1, negative 1, negative 2, and 8. Now, the value that we're going to put on the outside is whatever makes our divisor 0. So you can set the divisor equal to 0 and 1. So 1 is the value that will go on the outside. Then from there, the process is exactly the same as we've done. Okay, we bring down that first coefficient, multiply on the outside, add on the inside. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. Okay, now, this is where it's different from synthetic substitution. Okay, so usually a synthetic substitution, it's just like evaluating when x is 1. F of 1 would be 6 here. Okay, in this case, we're looking to get a polynomial. So it always starts with the remainder, the constant, your linear term, and your quadratic term. Okay, so now those values right there are your coefficients with those terms. So when I write this out, we got x squared plus 0x minus 2, and then the remainder, we always say plus the remainder over our divisor, which was x minus 1 in this case. Now, I don't need to have that 0x in there, so I'm going to write this as x squared minus 2 plus 6 over x minus 1. Okay, so the next one, we start with a 2x cubed. So we should have 4 coefficients in our box. And it'll be 2, negative 9, negative 32, negative 21. Again, that's representing my coefficient with x cubed, my quadratic term, my linear term, and then my constant. Okay, the value on the outside again, we take the divisor, set that equal to 0, and we get 7. So 7 will be on the outside. And again, bring it down, multiply, add. Multiply, add, multiply, add. Okay, so there again, we start with our remainder, constant, linear term, quadratic term. So in this case, 2x squared plus 5x plus 3 with no remainder. Therefore, that is our answer to our division. All right. that is long division and synthetic division of polynomials. Okay, your homework, 6.5a. Okay, for the first part, make sure you're using long division. Second part, use your synthetic division. If you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a good day.